Hi and welcome to another week of November Writing Challenge where I write a modern retelling of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Today is Tuesday, November 19th. I didn't vlog at all yesterday, but I did write scene 34, which was 1111 words. So in total, the manuscript now has 40,003 words. I feel like I've hit the point in my writing where I've not necessarily hit the wall because I do know how the story continues, but where my writing feels really boring. And I think the problem is that the B story, which is the Wickham and Lydia plotline, just lacks conflict. So that's something that I need to fix in draft 2, but I try not to worry about it too much right now and just focus on getting the first draft version down. Scene 34 was the last scene of part 2, so I can now move on to part 3. Today I'm hoping to write at least 2 scenes, scene 35, which I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to write that, but that should be a short scene. And scene 36, which in Pride and Prejudice is the scene where Lizzie goes to Pemberley and accidentally meets Mr. Darcy. That scene should be a lot longer, so I'm not sure if I have time to write it in the afternoon. I might have to finish it in the evening. But I at least want to write those 2 scenes. It's around noon, I had a work meeting in the morning, but I can dedicate the whole afternoon to writing, so let's get started. Scene 35 done. I wrote 469 words and it took me a little over an hour. Now on to scene 36. It's now 3 p.m. I've written 3 hours and I'm starting to feel like I'm losing steam. Like I suspected, I have not finished scene 36. I've written 989 words, but there's still another 800 or 900 words left. So I'm going to take a break and come back in the evening to finish the scene. It's 10 a.m. on Wednesday, November 20th. I started the day by setting up a Kindle countdown deal for Katie, my Northanger Abbey retelling. So if you're looking for a fun Jane Austen retelling, that book will be on sale starting on Tuesday, November 26th. And while I'm at it, I should probably mention that my urban fantasy short story In the Shadow of Death is also available on Amazon. Links to both are in the description. But now I'm ready to continue with my Pride and Prejudice retelling. Yesterday evening I finished scene 36, that was only 575 words, so in total yesterday I wrote 2033 words. Including today, there are 11 days of this month left and I only have 17 scenes remaining, so I only need to write 2 scenes every day and I should be done before the end of the month. Today my goal is to write 1 scene before noon and another scene in the evening. Scene 37 was 635 words. I feel like I'm rushing this through, so there's probably a lot of things that I need to add in draft 2. In any case, I'm going to continue writing in the evening and write scene 38. It's now noon and I've got a package, so I'm gonna go pick that up and I'll come back to writing in the evening. I knew that it was snowing, but I didn't realize it was that wet. The box is basically soaked through. But luckily, it doesn't seem like my books are damaged. Let's see what I got. The first, it was the best of sentences, it was the worst of sentences by June Casagrande. This is a writer's guide to crafting killer sentences, so I hope that it will help me with the 5th draft of Project Priester. The next is Editing Fiction at Sentence Level, a guide for beginner and developing writers by Louise Hornby. This is also for the line edits of Draft 5 of Project Prehistory. The next is The Power by Naomi Alderman. I'm hoping that this could possibly be a comp title for Project Prehistory. And then there's the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Corber. So Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. And finally I got some washi tape. It's Thursday, November 21st. Yesterday evening I wrote scene 38, that was 1224 words, and in total yesterday I wrote 1859 words. Today my goal is to write 2 more scenes, scene 39 in the morning and scene 40 in the evening. After that I will have 13 scenes remaining. But before I start writing, there's something else I want to do first. As I was getting ready, I was thinking about what is not working in my story, and I want to write some of those ideas down. I'm not going to make any changes to the manuscript at this point because the ideas that I have do not affect the plot. They're mostly things related to character motivation and backstory that I need to add to earlier scenes. And I can do that in draft 2. But I want to write those ideas down so that I don't forget them, because it might be a while before I start working on draft 2. So I'm going to take my notebook and a pencil and jot down some ideas before I start working on scene 39. Another thing that I think might be helpful for me to do is an emotional conflict square. Emotional conflict square is invented by Sophie Pembroke, and I just literally learned about this 2 days ago. So what happens with emotional conflict square is that there are weaknesses, strengths, and lessons for heroine, hero, and their relationship. So the heroine has weaknesses, she also has strengths, and there are lessons that she needs to learn. The same for hero, he has weaknesses, strengths, and lessons that he needs to learn. And together, the heroine's and hero's weaknesses are the reason why the relationship doesn't work, and their strengths together make their relationship work. The heroine's strengths help hero to learn his lessons, and the hero's strengths help heroine learn her lessons, and together the lessons are what they need to learn in the relationship to make the relationship work. So if I fill this out, I hope that it will help me understand how to make the story work better. Scene 39 done. That was 957 words. I'll continue writing in the evening and write scene 40. But tomorrow on Friday I'm planning to do something different. My local library has these rooms that you can reserve for yourself or for a small group, and I reserved one room for myself for 2 hours, so I'm going to go to the library and try to write there. The last time I tried this was in July and I had a really productive day, but back then I was working on the 4th draft of Project Prehistory. Now I want to see if I could do actual writing in the library. I'm not sure if I'll vlog this evening, but I'll definitely take you with me to the library tomorrow. This was a really productive morning. I was in the library for 2 hours and I wrote 3 scenes, scenes 41, 42 and 43, and I even started scene 44, although I only wrote a little over 100 words. In total I wrote 2,107 words in little under 2 hours. I also filmed 2 writing sprints, 20 minutes and 15 minutes. Previously I wasn't sure if writing sprints work for me. I didn't think that just putting a timer would really make me write more words, but what does help is having a camera pointed at me. Because then I'm constantly thinking about how the 20 or 30 people who watch my videos, thank you very much, see if I don't type and or judging me. You're probably not judging me, but it does give me an incentive to keep writing. Next I'm going to edit and upload one of those writing sprints. I'll continue writing and finish scene 44 in the evening, but I'll see you tomorrow on Saturday for day 23 of November Writing Challenge. It's Saturday, November 23rd. Yesterday evening I finished scene 44, and since scene 45 was so short I wrote that as well. In total yesterday I wrote 2,599 words. That means that currently the manuscript has over 48,000 words and I only need to write a little over 1,500 words to hit 50,000. So I think today my goal is to write scene 46. That should be a long enough scene for me to hit 50k. And then I only have 7 scenes remaining. It's 2 hours later and I just finished scene 46. I wrote 1,650 words, which means that in total the manuscript now has 50,098 words. I think this is a great place to end this vlog. I'm going to take a little break from writing tomorrow and write the remaining 7 scenes next week. So I'll see you next week when I'll finish the first draft.